Good. Want to let you know something about what it means to be truly creative in your self expression. So let's get into it. You must know that if this is the first video of mine that you're seeing, I will continue to do these regularly to teach you some things about what it means to do this. Now, I should also let you know why you should pay attention to me. You shouldn't. I'm not going to tell you pay attention. I've been doing this, teaching people creativity at a very high level and how to extract and unleash that since 1987. So, because I've been teaching these particular techniques to people in over 35 countries, often with translators, but it doesn't matter. I've been doing this at a very high level. University level, higher education level, professional creators, performer level, business coaches level, all walks of life, all this different stuff, from community service people of the ages of 8 to 80. So think what you will, take what you want, pay attention as you may. I ain't got a nickel in it if you're not interested. I'm not talking to you if you're not interested. I'm only talking to those of you who actually are interested. So, what is this? I want to talk today about the freak genius concept of what it means to embrace your own and to actually understand your relation to the people who you move forward with along your process. I ascribe to the freak genius belief system. As a matter of fact, my manifesto is called the Freak Genius Manifesto of Creativity. And if you want it, just reach out and let me know. If you actually join my free masterclass that I will be offering once a month, I'll put the link in one of the comments. I'll put the link in my first comment here, okay? You will be able to actually get the Freak Genius Creativity Manifesto along with your entrance to the free masterclass. That said, what does the Freak Genius Creativity Manifesto actually deliver and why? Well, this is where your creativity comes into play. You are most likely not tapping into your maximized creative experience. It doesn't matter what it is that you're doing. Maybe you're an artist, good. Maybe you're a business person, good. Maybe you're a coach online, good. Maybe you're someone who just is like, trying to add creativity into his or her life, daily, regular practice and praxis. If so, fine. If, in fact, you want to level up your creativity, my process will make you more creative. It will. Why? Because it will allow you to actually investigate more of what it is that you need to investigate with a deep dive, with an understanding and self reflection that allows you to be able to improve what you're doing. That said, let's talk about the concept of freak and genius. According to other people, when you are trying to do something that is a little unusual, people will consider you a freak. They can call it whatever, but let's just refer to it as freak, okay? Because you're veering outside of the norms, that boring crap that people consider to be accepted and standard, and so many people are conforming to that norm, and it really kind of, pisses me off. But fine. If in fact one of the people in your life is experiencing your desire to move forward with your creativity, they will consider you a freak. And when they consider you a freak, that's just their way of feeling a little sorry for you because you're doing something that is not safe, there's no guarantees, and you're going to be giving them reason to doubt their own sense of their safe little confinement in their normal little normally normalness world. And that's the problem here. If you allow someone who considers you a freak when you're experimenting with your creativity to affect your creativity, you are actually undermining your own gesture to become more creative in your life. So you want to embrace the notion of being a freak because it doesn't have to go wild and out there like holy shit. It can just be a little bit more of a series of overlays on top of your way of seeing things. Now, when people see you when you're starting out, you are not going to have a semblance of success behind you, and therefore they will consider you a freak. However, there will come a time when you will start to develop some success, a certain amount of celebrity, even. It happens. And then they will question the way they've been seeing you, and they will start to view you as some sort of genius. That's a good thing. But beware. The reason that I suggest that you understand freak and genius as two important aspects of your own moniker for yourself is that these are outside names from people outside you, and you don't want to let it get to you. They will consider you a freak until they consider you a genius, and it doesn't matter if you're a freak or you're a genius or both. You need to embrace the freak in you and the genius in you in order to proceed, progress, improve, move yourself where you deserve to be. Now, let's also take a look at your relationship to the people along the way. All of those who support you when you are in your process and they view you as a freak, all of those who support you out there, they're worthwhile because right now you're at this low level and you're experimenting with that freakish creativity. And those people who support you then, they're gold. They're of tremendous value. Why? Because in fact, they are there supporting you when they're unsure of what you're amounting to, and they are giving you of themselves anyway. And they will be there for you in all likelihood later on. So, that's the freak followers, the freak supporters. When you end up with a certain amount of success, then you're going to have people who consider you a genius. And those people who consider you a genius, they will follow you in a different way because they didn't know you before you were gaining a certain amount of notoriety. And these people, although some of them may have very good intentions, don't actually have direct contact to the person you used to be. And that is why people who consider you a genius once you've gained a certain amount of success, you need to kind of take it with a grain of salt. You can appreciate them, you should thank them. Good for them, good for you. You gain a following. But those people weren't there when you began, so those people are only there. I'm looking at this. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Oh, I might as well let you know. You should comment where you're from, where you're tuning in from, because I want to help you move forward with your creativity. Okay? Good. So, those who view you as some kind of genius are not familiar with the earlier version of you, and therefore they will never really know who you used to be. That's why people like Adam Sandler and lots of other people who are doing very well in their performance lives, TV, movies, whatever type of video format, comedy, stand up, live things, all sorts of stuff. Those people actually enlist and employ a lot of their friends from when they were young because those were the people who were around them when they weren't at the genius level and they were just at the freak stage. And those people can be trusted. There's just a certain quality to understanding context, perspective. This is a slippery slope. I'm talking about some life understanding materials, and I'm also talking about some growth and success understanding materials. And I'm also talking about your own way to gauge and locate you and your success while you're doing your creative pursuits. Creative self expression is one of the most glorious, badass, fantastic things that you can learn to present from the depths of your soul and put it out there so that you can rise above. I've been performing on TV shows and stages around the world since 1987 to well over 2 billion people. I have met lots of famous people, some of them famous in certain countries, some of them famous worldwide, some of them famous in other countries, some of them not so famous. It doesn't matter. That stuff doesn't impress me. What always impresses me is the people who remain humble and enthusiastic and deeply focused on moving themselves forward, creatively speaking. Your sense of self expression is highly attainable. And I want you to actually reach out, click the link that I'll put here in the comments, subscribe, pay attention, follow the other videos I'll be presenting here, and ask questions. Let me know. I look forward to hearing what you're up to. I look forward to hearing what this means to you. And I want you to join my 2-hour free masterclass, Creativity Badassery. Okay? I'll put the link for that soon in the comments too. In the meantime, Paul Gordon signing off right now. Dispatch. End of transmission. Wow. How do I get out of here? I have to figure out. Oh, X.